Nicholas? Heather? Would you believe it?
Oh, how did he manage it?
I told you the lengths some men will go to.
He must have been here all night.
God knows how he didn't wake us up getting this lot back down.
I almost expected to find him asleep on the sofa.
Ah, echoes of the dashing young hospital doctor. The one with the undiagnosed sleeping sickness.
Right.
Well, this one seems a whole lot more useful. Plenty of staying power by the looks of it. Hello. For you, I think. I should hang on to him if I were you. If you can't make a living from Punch Your Private Eye, make a very good interior designer.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a genuine guy.
Tea or coffee, Joyce?
Did I say anything?
Listen, you go out today, Terry. I'll mind the phone.
That's all right. I'll mind it. You go.
Well, how am I going to manage on my own?
Well, you shouldn't have given Heather the answering machine back, should you? Anyway, it's all right stuff.
Oh, yeah? So why don't you go and do it then, eh?
Oh, what's up? Got a hangover?
No. I don't see why you should stay in and just get to do the cushy stuff.
Because I won't cock the messages up and I'll know if it's a duff call or not.
Or maybe you just don't want to bump into the Clearys, eh?
Don't be soft.
Or maybe she's coming round here, is that it?
Look, I've told you to leave Vicki out of it.
They're trying to ruin us, Terry, and all you're interested in is copping off with their little sister.
Let's start him water again. You run us to work?
Yeah.
Won't be a sale, just wash my hands.
Never mind what I want with Vicki. At least it's a way of talking to them.
Crap.
Oh, it's better than going beating them up.
Oh, is it? Well, listen, why don't I just go and call for Barry, eh? See if he fancies a day out.
No, you don't.
Well, why not?
Look, just leave him out of it. He's looking for trouble. I know what he's like, so I don't want him anywhere near.
Sand!
All right. Can you pick me up later?
Yes.
Look, it's not my fault it won't start. You two look as if you're on the way to the scaffold. What's up?
Nothing.
Listen, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure all these jobs are kosher, then?
Go if you're going, will you? We need the money.
Yeah, right. Come on.
I can't get it off my mind. What hurts me more than anything is that she came back from France for him. Not us, him.
Yes, I know.
I was so concerned about him being married, it didn't sink in.
I almost wish she hadn't come back now.
All that nonsense about spending the weekend with Janice. She was with him, I suppose.
Well, we don't know for certain.
I bet I'm right.
Well, she'll be home this evening in any case.
We have to do something. She's been hiding everything from us. If I had his address, I'd go and see him.
No, Paul, you couldn't do that.
He has to be told.
But his wife and children.
Lucy will give us his address.
Paul, I don't want his wife to know. Well, it could just run its course, fizzle out, and then there's no harm done.
No harm done? Look what he's doing to our daughter.
Don't you think you'd better go to the office? Well, it might help take your mind off it.
No, I can't settle till this thing's sorted out. If I don't go to his house, at least I can meet him at his office.
Well, we don't know where that is, do we? He was very vague.
Then Lucy will have to tell us when she comes home from work.
No, Paul, I couldn't stand the argument. I really couldn't stand the strain. Perhaps I could find out.
Huh?
Well, his firm exports reproduction antique furniture to the continent, doesn't it? Well, there can't be too many firms like that in this area. Perhaps I could phone around. Well, at least we know his second name.
Well, it's worth a try. Otherwise, I'll have it out with her this evening.
Everything intact in there?
Pardon?
I nearly had the coppers out at 6 o'clock this morning.
What?
Oh, I think this is a reference to Miss Black.
Oh?
I'd be worried if one of my lodgers left with their bag before dawn. Have you checked?
That wasn't a lodger.
He was a decorator.
Yes.
Leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning? Do you think I was born yesterday?
He's been doing some decorating for me, Harry.
Oh, I know what you're up to.
I
beg your pardon?
Building societies don't like lodgers, and I know all about it. But what they don't know about, they don't bother about. I never bothered to tell them about my lodger. You just have to be careful, you know. But I just hope you're not filling your place with riff-raff like that lot over there. No offence to you, love.
Harry, I have no intention of filling my house with lodgers or riff-raff, as you call them. Joyce here and the man you saw last night are my friends, and if I find that you've been spying on them, I'll be right on to your building society.
And we'll tell them what you've been up to.
You don't know they are.
Yes, but we're accountants. We can find out.
Well, I've had my say.
Well, I hope there's nobody like him at my new place. I like to keep my private life private, thank you very much. How on earth do you manage here?
With great difficulty.
Oh, hello. I wonder, I'm trying to contact Mr. James Fleming. Do you have anyone of that name working for you? You don't. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Right. 36 Ada Smith Road. Yeah. 3 o'clock. Thursday. Ta-da. Ta-da.
What have you got to say for yourself?
What?
No wonder you wanted me out of here yesterday.
What are you going on about?
Don't tell me you don't know. You've got me sitting here drinking tea and listening to records, and all the time our Joe and Eddie are getting beaten up by the heavies. Just who do you think you are, eh? The Godfather?
Look, I didn't know nothing about that. Not then. Not till after it all happened. Anyway, they're all right, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, just fine. If you call black eyes split lips okay, they're fine.
It wasn't planned, you know.
So how come there was two of them then? Get your money's worth, did you?
Come on.
You've got me sitting here for an hour saying we should pack it all in, and I was soft enough to believe you. Come back here, did they, the heavy guys, and you didn't want me to see them?
Now, that's not true. They tried to rub the wheels off the van, did they tell you that?
And that deserves what they got, does it?
Well, Pat caught him. He just lost his temper.
What? Our Joe and Eddie said there was two of them, and one was a real vicious get.
Yeah, well, that was a mate of Pat's. He got carried away. He thought they were robbers.
He should be in a straitjacket from what I hear.
Pat had got there first. He'd have stopped it.
He'd done his fair share too.
Well, can't you stop them? I mean, they tried to rub the wheels off the van. If they hadn't have done that, none of this would have happened.
And if Pat and his mate hadn't have done what they did yesterday, our Joe and Eddie wouldn't be threatening even worse today.
You're joking.
It's gone past a joke, Terry, after yesterday. Today, they're both in bed nursing a grudge. Tomorrow, when they're back on their feet, God knows what they'll do.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Doreen? Have you got a minute?
Yeah?
I wanted to say sorry for yesterday, you know, my fella.
Oh, Dad?
Yeah, well, I'm really sorry you had to go so far.
I don't think Billy needed a lecture in the street.
Oh, that sounds like Bob.
He's had the snide remarks and the pushing and shoving, calling him a scab.
Yeah, that must have been awful.
Well, he's had his fair share of hassle over this daft strike.
Daft?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't call it daft, love.
Wouldn't you? 600 fellas losing wages over 25 blokes who aren't needed anymore. That's not stupid.
No, hang on.
And I don't want a lecture neither.
Look, I'm not lecturing you. I'm just trying to apologise for our fellas bringing their troubles home with them.
Yes, but that doesn't alter the fact my Billy did what he thought was right. He's just looking out for his family, making sure we've got a decent house.
Look, I have got my own place, you know.
You're well settled in. We're still paying everything off.
Yes, and I know how much it costs. I mean, I know what it can be like if you're desperate for money.
Mrs. Cockle?
Oh, yeah, is that for us? Stick it inside, will you? Just inside, Tom. Cash on delivery, yeah? Thank you.
Okay, cheers.
But perhaps you don't need the money.
Your fella gets his wages, doesn't he? No matter how many he's got on strike, he's always all right.
How do you mean?
At least my husband believes in progress. He wants to get on. All yours is doing is holding everyone else back.
You've got a nerve saying that after your fella breaking that strike.
It wasn't his union that was on strike. He was making sure that his family got what they needed.
Yeah, like a carpet. Cash on delivery.
We've worked hard to get here. I want a nice home with decent things. Some people mightn't care, but I do.
Yeah. And what about the fellas who got sacked at Christmas? I don't suppose their wives are going round buying carpets.
I don't see what's wrong.
You just spend the money, love. Just spend the money. And forget about your fellas' workmates. The ones they used to have.
Here you go. Choose money.
Oh, Tam.
I'm sorry for accusing you.
That's all right.
No, it was soft. I know you wouldn't do anything like that. Not you, enough violence. So what are you going to do, Terry?
Nothing. We're doing nothing.
Does that go for Pat as well?
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
And what if he doesn't listen?
I don't know. He got the sack once when he was waiting in the Aussie for beating someone up. Now that worries me.
Someone's got to give a bit.
How about Joe and Eddie?
Oh, you don't know what they're like. They're stubborn. Always have been. They've done this sort of thing before.
What?
Put someone out of business. It was ages ago. I don't know much about it. But it was just one fella on his own.
Well, we're going to have to talk to them. I'll talk to Pat. You see Joe and Eddie. I mean, we've got to stop this before someone gets hurt.
Or the coppers get involved.
We don't want that either.
You all right?
I will be once I get in it. Right.
It's going in here. Oh, are you sure you don't mind?
It's all right now, isn't it? It's here.
I couldn't shift it by myself.
Well, you should have got the delivery fella to do it for you.
Yeah, well, I would have done, but...
Yeah, well, it's here, isn't it, anyway?
Oh, look, I'm really grateful. I couldn't move it by myself at all.
Oh, you're all right. I'll follow any girl up to her bedroom. If I'm asked, you know.
Don't know about girl. Not in the habits of being dragged in off the street by strange girls, are you?
No, I told you only if I'm asked. Can I go now?
Off to see your girlfriend, are you?
Who, me?
It's not all over, is it?
I'm going to see a mate of mine. Who are you on about?
Just good friends, are you?
No, I think you've got the wrong fella, you know.
Aren't you a friend of Karen across the close?
Well, I suppose you could say that. Well, sometimes, anyway. She's my sister.
Oh, God.
What?
Your mum will kill you.
Oh, what for?
Talking to me.
Hey.
I wouldn't have asked you if I'd known, honest. Me and your mum have had a row.
Well, I mean, you hardly know it, do you?
That's just it, I don't. I was about to strike at Christmas where my billy works.
And you had a row about that?
It was my fault. I went too far, honest. Look, I don't want to fall out with the neighbours. Not for anything.
Hey, Mum. Mum. Hey, Mum.
Well, you two seem friendly enough.
Oh, for God's sake, Mum, what do you want, eh? Another argument like you and Marie Jackson. Where did that get us, eh?
I went too far.
2 against 1, is it?
For God's sake, Mum. Look, my dad's going to be off on something new today. I mean, there's no point in you two falling out about anything, is there?
I don't want to fall out with anyone around here. I'm sorry for what I said, Sheila.
Yeah, so am I.
Right, well, can I go now, then?
When I asked him to help me shift my carpets, I didn't know he was your lad, honest. I thought he was your Karen's boyfriend. But I'm glad I asked him. I'd have hated us not talking. After all, it's not our fault what our fellas do, not every time, eh?
Well, you're right there, love.
It's not Pat, is it?
No, you're all right. The van's not there.
All right. What do you want? What do you mean what do I want? Don't have to want anything to come and see you, mate. I just wanted to get it sorted out, tell you what. Aye, that's it again, are we?
Ah, shut up.
How are you going to introduce us, then?
Who's he?
He's now, mate.
Do you mind?
That's the same sense as yesterday. She's the one who sneaked out the back door, Terry, isn't she? What's your name, then?
Linda.
That is the one, isn't it?
Well, if you must know, Linda was here yesterday, yeah.
Terry.
Yeah, there's no need to worry. I'm not interested in your private life.
Well, you're here now. What do you want?
Have you got any coffee?
Yeah, there's some out in the kitchen. Go and make it yourself.
Be a bit careful with our Terry. He's a bit fragile, you know.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, all this Linda stuff?
He's a mate of Pat's. He's got a big mouth, you know what I mean?
Who is he?
His name's Brian. He's,
A creep.
Yeah.
Anyone else want some?
No.
Look, I've got to go.
Oh, look, I'll get rid of him in a minute.
No, I've got to go soon now anyway.
How about you, Linda?
No, thank you. I'd sooner drink rat poison.
Hey,
I'll see you.
All right, I'll see you after. Ta-ra.
I'm spoiled, haven't I?
Never mind that. What are you doing here?
I've come round to sort you out, Terry. We've got to do something serious about them Clary brothers.
Hey, love.
Yeah?
You're going to end up like Marie Jackson.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't tell me you don't know.
What?
You were talking to Sheila Grant. You were arguing, weren't you?
Me arguing?
Look, love, come off it. I know when two women are slanging one another.
I don't know what you're on about.
When the carpet fella was here, I saw you.
She's my neighbour, for God's sake. I can talk to whoever I like.
That's how the rot set in with the other one.
Who?
Marie Jackson. She'd only been here 5 months and started rowing in the street with Sheila Grant. Then there were daggers drawn for months. And you know what happened to her?
Hello. I want to inquire, do you have a Mr. James Fleming working for you? In sales? I see. No, I don't want to speak to him. No, sorry.
Oh, hang on, hang on. Hold on.
Surprised you two haven't put yourselves out of business. Why don't you get a decent man?
Just get stuck now and again, that's all.
Yeah, well, what about the heater?
Yeah, well, that's easy to fix. We just haven't had the time.
Well, you can definitely fix it before I get in it again.
Look, Terry, they're a pair of no-marks, aren't they? What, me, you and Pat, we've got to sort them out, haven't we?
Look, you got Pat as bad as you. He wants to go around killing everybody.
Yeah, well, at least he hasn't gone soft on me.
Driving around in circles for hours. Look, why can't you check these addresses?
Don't include me. He took the message. That shift in the fridge to Burton was duff.
Not again.
They may have got a good working over, but it hasn't stopped them, has it? What are we going to do about it, eh?
See what I told you, Terry?
Well, we're going to do nothing.
Oh, you're kidding, mate.
Look, you're both mad. Why don't you get the police in? You should have done that right from the start.
Because they wouldn't be interested, that's why. And you've had a go at them as well.
No, I haven't. You laid into them, and you.
He just won't listen, Pat.
What's it got to do with you anyhow?
Yeah.
Look, you got the van on a loan, haven't you? You can't run a business without no money in the flaming bank.
I said, what's it got to do with you?
Nothing. But I don't want to see him getting run over by two plonkers like that, even if he does himself.
Look, if we leave it, maybe they will.
Look, I've had enough trouble since I've been here. I don't want any more.
Look, there's only one way we're going to stop this, Terry, and that's by us stopping them.
Well, look, I don't want nothing to do with it, because I don't want to end up in hospital again.
What, with the Clarys?
Look, he's right, Terry. We've got to put a stop to it now. Finish it, right? I'm with you, mate.
Look, if you won't get the police in, I don't want anything else to do with this. I'm with Terry.
She said what?
Look, it's all settled now. No harm done.
No harm done. I'm going over there. It was between me and Bobby Grant. Nothing to do with her. I'm not being slagged off by her.
She was only saying what she thought was right, like you.
Ah, so you're following their line now, are you? I shouldn't have done it.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's over. You've done it, and that's that.
I've got the money in now, and you've been spending it. Why the sudden change of mind, eh?
Love, there is no point in spending money on the house if we can't get along with the neighbours. I like it here. I don't want things spoilt.
Spoilt?
There's no point in living here if we can't get on with everyone in the close. There's been enough things happened in this house already.
Oh, not that again.
I'm not talking about jinxes and all that. It's just that Sheila Grant had a row with Mrs. Jackson, who sold us this place. It went on for ages.
But everyone has rows with the neighbours.
On the estate, yeah, not here.
But the Grants used to live there, for God's sake.
Well, all the more reason not to fall out with them. Look at the stick we've had. We need support from someone. We're settled in nicely now. Sheila Grant's apologised, and that's good enough for me. We're doing all right.
Hannah, I'm home.
Hello? I found out where James Fleming works.
Yes?
I phoned round all the antique reproduction furniture firms. No luck. Then it suddenly occurred to me. Maybe he works at the same place as Lucy. And he does.
Well, of course. It's obvious. All fits into place, doesn't it? All the vagueness, all that nonsense about reproduction furniture, her contact for the job. He's controlled everything.
They nearly put me through to him. I had to hang up.
Well, you can hand her notice in straight away. We know how she got the job so easily, so it's not a job worth having.
Paul, we can't do that. She's an adult.
The lies she must have told us because of him. What's the number?
Well, you won't get him now. The office will be closed.
Well, I'll speak to him first thing in the morning. He can meet me. If she won't give him up, I'll make sure he puts an end to it.
Paul, is that wise?
What, do you want Lucy to be a married man's mistress? Because I certainly don't. It'd be disastrous for her. And for his family. Well, I'll sort him out. And we have to stop it.